Whether you're making a video, live streaming, or photography, you need proper lighting. And sometimes proper lighting can cost a lot. Well, in this video, I'll be showing you a budget option for lighting that gives great results. The Neewer LED Slim Light Panel. Yo, what's the deal, guys? How are we doing today? My name is Joshua Lopez and I'm here to help you grow and elevate your live stream and gaming experience. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, but if you're returning, thanks for joining again. But if you have any questions about this video, previous videos, or just want to chit chat, I stream pretty regularly on Twitch, so hit me up there. Or drop a comment down below. So the Slim LED light panel by Neewer is a 40-watt, 288 LED light panel. That's a lot of light. You get 144 LEDs on the 3200 Kelvin side, and you get another 144 on the 5600 Kelvin side, thus making a range between 3200 and 5600 Kelvin by color. It also has a brightness of 0 to 100, so you can go super warm from 0 to 100 or super cool 0 to 100. It supports AC or DC as far as power, so you can plug it into the wall or you can put a battery, but that's not included. Now, one of the most important things about this light is that it has a CRI rating or color rendering index of 95 and or higher. So the higher it is, the better color values you're going to have. As far as the configuration, you can get these in 3 different options and they share the same features more or less. You can get a 15 by 10 inch that has 244 LEDs and costs $89.99, or you can get the medium one that's 10 inches by 7 inches and has 192 LEDs and costs $50, or you can get the smaller one at 12 inch by 7. This one actually has an LED around. It has a 120-degree beam angle and costs $47. But in this video, again, we're focusing on the 244 LED panel. So as far as what's in the box, it's pretty simple and straightforward, guys. It came in a cardboard box. I threw that away. It had some padding. It was very secure. I should have kept it, but oh well. So you get the light panel itself right here. Very nice. You also get a power supply with the power cable, and you can come undone. So it doesn't come with the actual battery like I was talking about that you can do with it, but you still get a power source. Also, another thing you get, I'll take this, is the actual bracket itself. So you're able to fasten this onto a stand like I have here. It does not come with the stand, but you do get a bracket with it, so you can use the bracket. Another type of mounting option is you get the 1/4 screw hole right here that you can use as well, which just gives you some more mounting options. Now, I did pull that off pretty easily, but that's because I actually have the little knob right here that you put in the back of the bracket, and you just put it here. You can see it on this one. Put the bracket on and then you just screw that in, so it does fasten well. I didn't want to confuse you because I just ripped it off, but you do get that and it is secure. As far as the construction, it is very solid. Like, I would try and bend it and it doesn't bend. I've actually hit it a few times to see if the light itself would dim or anything like that, and there's really nothing that can affect the light, which is good. Very solid. It is lightweight. The knobs on the back, as you can see, they don't come off. They're tight. I'm not trying to break. Oh well, that one came off, but they're there. They're there. They're not going anywhere up and down. I'm being very rough with this because I want you to see the actual construction of it. I don't see anything like cheap on it. Yes, it is plastic. There's no aluminum on it, but it doesn't feel cheap. It's plastic, but they made a good light that could possibly use on the road. Maybe, you know, you're doing gigs or something like that. So I'm not gonna take my lights anywhere, but it's some really good construction. As you can hear, it's pretty solid. As you can tell, even on this side, it's just a solid light. It also has some holes right here, some breathable holes, which I kind of don't understand because it is an LED. LEDs don't get hot, but maybe it's just when you're running like the battery. I don't know. I don't run a battery, so maybe it helps with that. The LED screen right here doesn't get hot either. I touch it. I have my lights on all the time, so I don't understand the holes for the breathing, but you have it, so you can rest assured that it is not going to get hot. Well, I'm telling you, mine don't get hot. So now I'm going to give you the key features, what I feel is the most important things to know about this. In the beginning of the video, I talked about what it is, and I kind of highlighted some of those, but I'm going to go a little bit in depth with these. This time, I'm going to turn this light on as well so you can see it behind me. Now, I do have these lights being used, so you can kind of get a really good comparison on how they actually work. So keep that in mind. So turn that on. So this is at a 1% at a 4400 Kelvin. Now let's talk about the CRI rating. That's the most important thing to know. And like I said, that is the color rendering index. So the higher you are to 100, the better the colors are going to look. Now don't get this confused. This is not a coolness and warmth. This is not a brightness and darkness. This is simply how the light reflects off of colors and how we can see the colors. Are we able to see the true colors? So with a 95 rating, we're seeing colors pretty truly. It has a 95 or greater, which I don't really understand. Too bad they can't give us a definitive 98 or 97, but 95 is good. Any type of photos that I've taken with them or videos like you see right now, my colors always come out the way I want them to come out. And I think that is the most important thing. Now the LCD screen as well, that's huge. Whenever you're making adjustments, you need to know where you're at. You need to know what the brightness is or how low it is. So having that function there to know what Kelvin you're at and what percentage of output you're at, it's great. I know other lights that don't have that. You can just see that, yeah, it's getting brighter, and yes, it is getting cooler or warmer, but knowing where you're at helps so much. I have two lights right here. I'm able to get them at the same temperature and the same brightness. That's another thing. I don't see any difference between them either. So the settings that they have are pretty solid. 4000 Kelvin here, 4000 Kelvin there, 1%, and they match evenly. Another cool feature is the battery compartment. You have the option to have batteries right here. Now these do take, I think it's the Sony NP7. Let me take a look real quick. NPF 970 batteries. So you can charge them, you can go on the go. Maybe you're going outside to do a photography shoot, or you're doing like a music video, or you're recording somewhere. You have that option to have the batteries just in case you don't have a power source, or maybe you do have a power source but you don't have an extension cord. This will save you here. Again, you don't get the batteries with this, but it's a good option to have just to be versatile. The next big feature that I'm going to be talking about is the bi-color. Now what the bi-color is, like I said, you get 3200 Kelvin and the 5600 Kelvin. So I can come on over here, change this, and you can see that I have the different warmths and the different cools. As I go to this side, it gets more warmer, and as I go this side, you get more cooler. So it's a great feature. And again, if I use this knob right here, it's also getting brighter. You get so much control. Yeah, that's like super bright. You can see how bright that is. I mean, I have these lights 1%, this is at 100%, and you can just see how much it is actually going across my face. Let me actually warm this down, and there you go. So maybe you want to have it as an accent as well. You have some nice cool temperatures. You want to put this behind yourself, make it warm. So that's another cool feature. You can be creative. You can change pretty much whatever setting you are in. If you need to be more darker, if you need to be more cooler, you need to be more brighter or warmer, you have these options with this light panel. Now this next feature is probably my favorite. It does not get hot. I got my computer running, I got the monitors running, and there's so much heat. I got the camera running, and it's already hot in the room. These lights don't produce any additional heat that I can tell. I've touched the panels. I mean, right here, it's 100%. It's all the way on the warmth and it's not hot at all. There's literally no temperature change at all. That's very important because the more lights you add, it can sometimes get hotter. Not with these cases. This is LED, so you're not getting any type of warmth. And last but not least is going to be the mounting options. You get two different mounting options. As you can see on the stand, I'm using the bracket. You get a lot of adjustability on this itself. You can get a 180 degree angle out of this, so you can put it pretty much however you want. And yeah, you can twist it, but you get that adjustability on it. Now, do get the extra 1/4 screw right here. So if you want to put it on a tripod or like a camera mount, you have that option. I have these on some arms that I just made myself, and I don't use a stand like this, and I was able to mount it in. It was easy to find mounting options for this. So let me put this back on. So yeah, it's a great light. So now let's go ahead and do a light test. I'm going to be going over the different color temperatures so that you can see where they are and where they change. And I'm also going to be doing the brightness very slow all the way to high, very slow back down, and then into off. There you have it. You saw exactly how it works, how it looked, and it performs. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about these lights. And while you do that, you can go ahead and take a listen to what I think about these lights. So yes, I use these on a regular basis every day with my work, but there are a couple things that I'm not satisfied. There's a couple things I feel like they can improve on. And the first thing is a stand. The lights cost $80, $85, $90 depending on if they're on sale or not on Amazon. And if you're paying that much for a light, I feel like they can at least have a cheap stand, maybe even a small stand you can mount to your desk. In this case, you don't get the stand, you have to buy something else. I got a stand myself, but again, maybe include a cheap stand. Now, the next thing that I'm not too happy with is that when you go from a 4500 Kelvin to a 4600 Kelvin, there's a huge gap in color whenever you change it. Well, when you go from the 32 to a 45, it's smooth transition. You can see that it's moving smoothly. For whatever reason, I feel like 45 is blue, 46 is yellow, and it's like instant switch. I don't know if that's the true colors. However, it's noticeable. Also, the next thing is that it is super bright, and I honestly have these at 1%, and you can see how well lit I am. Let me turn this off. Yeah, that sucker's blinding me. It's that bright. I wish maybe they can configure it in a way so that you can get even dimmer light. Sometimes I wish I can have less light. A lot of the times I have to move myself away from the light just to get it where I want. It's a solution and it works for me, but I don't feel like I need to compensate for something that should be working correctly. If it's dimmable, it should be dim super low, but hey, it works. So with that said, I'm happy with them. Do I feel like I'm going to use them forever? The answer is no. They're good for now. If something else comes out great, then yes, I'll probably pick that up, but the price range that it's at, I'm happy too. If I can find something at the $90, $85 range that can have even better features than this, which I don't think will be possible, I'll switch, but again, I'm happy. So you guys, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, and if you found value in this video, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, because we are going to be going over a lot of stuff and you don't want to miss out. So in the meantime, guys, you game up or stream up. Peace.